Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, Sean Madden. It's a many, get the Sunday magic. It's not a game, it's not a game. Banging on your chip when I come through the paint. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, Sean Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. First game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
He does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll go right back to the Nwangu. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line, got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Kene Nwangu with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score. Commanders 7, Lions nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions will go on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. He gets this one. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football, and they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
Complete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Finding room at midfield. And he is going to have the Lions first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that one caught downfield by Boyd. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Kamara. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now a play fake. Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
It's Rodgers. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And Washington will have another turnover on downs. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Let's go. No, move. Right. Right through.
They'll set up to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
the right idea, though, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Oh, the return is Scott. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Next to the score, Commanders 7, Lions 0.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 41, Rodgers. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
At the 17-yard line.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Rodgers going to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd and 1. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready, set. Check pitch. Check right. Ready.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Another run now for Nwangu. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves them much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Desmond Ridder taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This is caught, it's Boyd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This is Jeff Swain, the tight end. Down inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
That's good for the Lions. First and goal at the 3.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamar Chase, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. It's caught inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First down.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Let's go.
2nd and 2.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Taysom Hill, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Fix the score. Commanders 21, Lions 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
26.
On play action, Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Rodgers. On the check down, he finds Kamara. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He gets this one to Boyd.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line.
A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Alvin Kamara,
15 yards.
And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Now a give running right, Nwangu.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a first down for Washington. of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Washington.
Come on, set.
Nwogu going to get it on the counter.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Scott to return it.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rodgers now to throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Rodgers. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Trayvon Walker brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers under pressure. They got him again.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, it's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On the set.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 7. And he's going to use his legs here.
Stiff-armed him. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Handoff here to Nwangu.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Give left side here for Nwangu.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. Open man, there is Patterson, complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Nwangu.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Ready up.
And just a yard to go here on second down. On the give is Nwangu.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Okay, ready?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of...
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. On play action, they'll throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Gano's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
It was the second straight season of 9 sacks for Brian Burns, who continues to ascend as one of the league's best young pass rushers.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Throwing on second and long. Rodgers, he finds his man, complete. It's Arnold, and he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking for and finding Arnold once again. On the move past the 40. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
And as you saw right there, this has got pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Now Rodgers.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Hey, take 26. 26. Take 30.
Rodgers to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Watch it.
Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
On 24 yards attempt.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And Parker, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
2nd and 14. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
You block over here. Get 300.
First throw of overtime for Rodgers. He completes it to Boyd. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
The 71 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He finds his man complete. That's Arnold.
He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Kamara.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT.
So it's a win here for the Lions. You know, we've said it so many times in the past, but it was Aaron Rodgers, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, this was a clinic in how to throw the football. Somehow, he wound up with only 2 touchdown passes despite throwing for over 400 yards. But his impact, it loomed large in this one.
So for the Lions,